What is Cloudflare and how is it relevant when we are vibe coding and using AI to build out software? I'm going to break this down so simple that developers are going to get pissed off. Well, technically Cloudflare doesn't matter. Let me explain this so simple that you'll get it no matter what type of video. Welcome back, yo. Today we're gonna be checking out Cloudflare and we're gonna break it down super simple. First off, should you even be using Cloudflare? And to be honest with you, yes. And this is one of those nuggets of knowledge that I'm gonna give to you right now when building out real software. What even is it? Cloudflare is gonna look very similar to Vercel, but trust me, it has its own advantages. But as we know, very simple stuff here. You've probably seen Cloudflare before when using websites. You'll come as a visitor. Cloudflare is this middle layer that basically vets the visitor and then provides the relevant website. I'm gonna show you how a smart dev would use this in the workflow, but real quickly, let's break this down even simpler. What do you mean it's my website server cache? Like literally think of Ohio, okay? The state Ohio. There are big warehouses that just have computers you rent, and Cloudflare is one of these computers that you rent to run your code file. That's all it is. And when it's running your code file and serving your code file to people across the world, it is well known for its security, its ability to serve your website extremely fast, and it scales well no matter where you are in the world. But a lot of this sounds like jargon right now. To put simply, Cloudflare is fundamentally important because it is not a wrapper of the big cloud providers. What I mean by that, and when I say wrapper, is something like Vercel is literally Amazon. It's AWS. They don't have their separate servers. Like they are just giving you AWS simpler. Cloudflare is its own provider. They have and own their own servers. So it really becomes fundamental in the recipe when creating applications where maybe in theory, if you deployed with Vercel, you would also use Cloudflare. This is a lot of the times why you see websites, big websites, OpenAI, Anthropic. You literally see that little box that says, confirm you're a human, and it's a Cloudflare checkbox because most major companies use Cloudflare in the middle layer. Why? Because a lot of the times companies will host their infrastructure on something like GCP, Google Cloud, AWS, Vercel, who cares, but also use Cloudflare for its security. Think of it this way. You have a castle. There is a castle, big castle, kind of cool castle. If you were just to deploy on Vercel and people came to attack you, whole army, big army, I'm attacking. They have direct line because you only deployed to one server. So they have direct line. Yeah, in theory, Vercel has best practices when it comes to protecting yourself, whatever, but there is no middle layer. Therefore, let's back up this army real quick and have it so that the army isn't attacking the castle first. No. They have to go through a moat first, and we're going to call that Cloudflare. And this moat is going to essentially cover your entire company's infrastructure really well when it comes to attacks. So even if Cloudflare is getting hammered, it doesn't matter because it's not even touching the source, the SaaS, okay? What also makes Cloudflare super advantageous and why it's usually paired with other infrastructure is due to the fact that it owns its own server rooms, like I said, but it's this logic called edge servers. So e.g., it will serve your website on the closest city. To put simply, if you're in Seoul, Korea over here, it's not going to serve your code file all the way in Ohio. It's going to serve your code file in that specific server room, literally in a warehouse in Seoul, Korea to you. This does things like make your site faster, but also creates things like that edge server and cache layer. Who cares? I'll tell you who cares. A lot of big companies. Cloudflare also has the ability where you don't need anyone else. In theory, you could serve your own personal blog, website, landing page, and I kind of encourage this. We're literally talking, it's free, basically, next to null to actually serve a real website link using Cloudflare. But as I stated earlier, things like OpenAI, Discord, Shopify, IBM, they all use Cloudflare. You might be saying to yourself, well, technically, doesn't OpenAI use Azure, like Microsoft ownership and everything like that nature? Yes, but remember, a lot of times, good structuring for a software product or app or anything, you're not only hosting on one thing, multi-layered. So coming down here to what a smart dev does is you would use a protection layer, and Cloudflare has a bunch of other stuff it does as well. It's not only security, but the point being is that most use cases use Cloudflare for serving the website fast. Security layer, people are attacking, they hit you before they hit your real sauce. So in reality, the best type of tech stack to create is you'll have your standardized deployment, GCP, Vercel, XYZ, wherever you're hosting the website or software or app, but then you'll have this security layer added on top of it. Here's another reason why this is good. We are serving information on Cloudflare. Thumbnail, we're serving thumbnails. This is your thumbnail. If Cloudflare goes down, it gets killed. And we've seen this before where it goes down for like 24, 48 hours. You're good still because now you just serve that exact same thumbnail image from your provider, your source of truth. truth. So now it's being served from GCP and vice versa. So now you see why Cloudflare is important. Make sure to leave a like. It's completely free. And as you already know these style videos, I'll see you in the next. Did Corey quite literally just explain how important Cloudflare was and how fundamentally important it is to any software engineer's workflow? And this is the first time you're hearing it type of video?